Hello people, I am just doing some setups here, so I'll just go through some of the things here, what we're doing today. We are using my tea cards, and tea cards actually have a lot of similarities to Lenormand, or some people call it Lenormand. They are actually read very, very similar to Lenormand. And hello guys, can't see comments. Why can't I see my comments? Hang on. Ah, there we are. Hello Desiree and Nikki. Hello darling. Yeah, each bag, you can tell what's in each bag actually. I changed over instead of the plastic case. Hello. Now Facebook user, I think that may be Andrea or Wilma, I'm not sure, because it doesn't tell me, it just says Facebook talk, so maybe it's Mel, don't know, but anyway, hello everybody there for joining me. Now, each of these bags are you can tell what they are. The owl here is for the learner deck. Hi Jade, lovely to see you. Nikki, Elizabeth. So the owl goes with the learner deck. Always think of wisdom. Hello Emily, lovely to see you. The lives do save, I think, on YouTube, Emily. So this is the learner deck, and the learner deck here, I'll bring it up close to you, has all keywords, positives and negatives on each card. And they also have little arrow on many of the directional cards, so of where they're facing, and that's really important. So I'll just go through and show you, and then we'll just have a look and we'll start spinning some. I usually just flick actually up and down. This one here is my Fairies Fantasy Tea. Hi Sandra. Hello Tracy Hurd, lovely to see you. So this here, you got your fairy, which matches the fairy deck, and the Fairies Fantasy Tea has little teapots that face certain ways for the directions. So that's the change. This year I've done actually a deck edit. They normally are white edges, and I've actually used a Sharpie marker. And to do a Sharpie marker when you're doing cards, whether it's mine or any others, make sure you do it one card at a time and use your pen from the background, from the back of the card. Sorry, I'll just use my lucky cat. When you're doing any deck edit, whether you use black, whether you use gold markers or so on, you always do them one card at a time from the back. And the main reason I say start it from the back, unless you're really used to it, because I'm a creative, you may slip, and at least then if you've got your Sharpie marker, it's on the back and not the face of your card. So that's how you would do a deck edit if you wish to. So I'll use fairies today. This one, geez, I wonder what that one is. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to work that one out. Sandra's asking, will you pass on the assessment? Okay, we'll come to those. This one is Alice, is in the heart bag. I'm just getting them all out for you. The rose is the Royal Tea deck. I thought the rose was very appropriate. So, and that is one with lots of pink and flowers and stuff. It's actually a beautiful deck if you do a lot of video readings, because they're so nice and clear. This one's the sexy deck. And this, it's called 50 Shades of Black Tea, and I've made it all red, black and grey. So that is the sexy deck. And this one here is the question deck. And question deck, you can use it, hang on, I'll just take the things out. You can use this with any type of divination. I'm upside down in some. And when I say any type of divination, you can use these with tarot cards, oracle decks, and so on. You just shuffle and either split the deck or draw a card. You can actually use these also to create your own spreads, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. So let's have a look. All right, now I'm just going to flick back up through. Now let me have a look. I'm just going to have a flick through. And, oh, Desiree, yes, you bought the Fantasy and Charms. Yeah, they do have a charm kit. The 50 charm kit actually matches any of those cards. So, Castle Charm, is it different from the Home Charm? Yes. Castle, Connie, is about successes, and Castle usually means bigger organisations or public places. We use Castle as the significant symbol if you're asking about work or business is the card. The Ship is also a business card if you are doing your own business as well. So I'm just going to grab at random. So if you've got a very direct question, can you please put it up? Do not put just a general, because you're going to get a general answer. So where Sandra, I'm just going to pop a question on screen here where she's asking for a specific question. So I'm just writing your name down, Sandra, because I'm terrible. I always forget. Sorry, I'm shaking the thing. So I'm just going to go. So will I pass my assessment? Your heart is in this role. I'm going to use the fairies. I'll just take your name off there. Hang on, I'll just get rid of the cover card. Let's have a look. So, and my background mat, look what I chose today. It's actually got the angel in the back, and I don't know if you can see that clearly. I hope so. So, Sandra Montgomery, will I pass my assessment? So, I'm going to use a spread that I use for a lot of yes no's, and it's where I draw 5 cards, and this way I like to see them upside down. I know it's crazy. This one here tells us the positive and the negative of it. This here tells me the workings or the machinery behind this one, and here is more of the outcome cards. Oh, you got the moon. So moon is trust your intuition. It's a lovely sign because it does mean a light source that is on you. We got the tunnel. Oh, we got the ship. You've got the treasure chest. These are fabulous cards for positivity. Your tunnel here, and the reason I've got the light on it there, it tells me keep focusing on the end goal. You've got ship, which is about business, trade, commerce. It does mean slow progressions, but you've got treasure chest, which means some great reward coming to you. You've got the question mark and the bird here. Now, this here would tell me with the bird, stay more open, stay more focused, because that means stop doubting yourself. And I'd look at that and say, too much doubt on yourself. It's like you're calling in the wrong energy instead of the right energy. You got the bird. Bird is about happy discussions, and birds in T symbols 99% of the time are positive. So, oh, we got the angel. That's really lovely. I'd say, yes, you will pass. And this is a good one because you've got recognition and reward. But stop doubting yourself first and foremost. So I'm just going to put these at random. Picking up, because otherwise they all get stuck. Put one there. Just put another one in there. Okay. Now, like I said, I'm just going to flick through. And if you don't have a question and I pick you, I'm just going to, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use a question card if you don't have a question. I'm actually grabbing here, where am I? Nikki Borg. Now, I haven't got down to the bottom, so I don't know whether, hang on, let me just have a flick through and see if you had a particular question. Oh, yes, you did here. Will I become successful as a social marketeer position? So let me just put you down here, Nikki Borg. So I'm writing on my stand, that's why it's shaking. Not me shaking. So let's have a look at the fantasies. Sorry, Nikki, I'll get your name off there because I know some people look on a phone, and I'm trying to maximise your screen space, that it's only got me on there. So, Nikki, will you be successful as the social marketing? So, all right, let's look at this one. Chair. Chair means, though, when I see a question like that, pardon me, chair there would indicate to me sit and watch. It usually means sit back, assess what other things are doing. So what are we assessing? are actually assessing how other people are doing it. This is interesting because you've got your triangle here, which again is a cautionary sign to slow down. Bird here would tell me you're a great communicator, but bird's facing this way. So it would still tell me what is blocking some of this. So it tells me good card there, because it means you're sitting and assessing what is going on around you. Treasure chest is fabulous. How funny, it's in the same position after a shuffle and a split. Treasure is success, which is nice. It's actually good too if you're looking at money making. Oh, I can't believe this. Unbelievable. I hope your eyes are popping out of your head, because that and that, even with a shuffle and a split, have both come out in these same positions. So I look here again. That is a card that says stop doubting yourself. The angel is a beautiful card because it means positive light is all around you. I'd say you will succeed in this, but I'd actually sit back and assess what is it that keeps getting in the way, because you've got this here. Bird can mean a good open discussion with somebody who may be very experienced in that to remove this. And big thing there is, why are you second guessing yourself? Because you got angel, and angel is a beautiful card that tells me positive spirits are around. So that's unbelievable. And look, you saw it. We put them in at all random positions. That's why I do them in random, so we don't get the same. You and Desiree must be very aligned. Oh, sorry, not Desiree. Sandra must be very aligned in your energy today. So, oh, hi, Kez. I've just seen you pop up there. So, let's have a look. I'm just, like I said, I'm just grabbing at random, and I'm going up and down the thread. Yes, Emily, we're in wet old Melbourne. Isn't it awful? So let me just go. Yeah, it's raining here. Cats and dogs. You should see me. I look an absolute sight, which is probably good that you don't see me. Emily. Yeah, it is shitty raining Melbourne, isn't it? So let's just put down. So Emily, Nick. Okay, I'm actually going to grab the question deck, and we're going to have a shuffle. Whoops, and see. I'm just going to grab three cards, and we'll lay three on it. Okay, so we've got, where should I look for more adventure in my life? Hang on, let's give these another good shuffle. So where should you look for adventure? Mind you, here in Melbourne, we're not getting much adventure. So I'm going to lay one. Is there something or someone throwing me off balance, and how do I reignite passion back into my life? Now, everybody sees passion. Sorry, I'll take you down for now. Everybody sees passion as warm and fuzzy, love and romance. Passion's about your vibrance. Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. Hang on, cup of tea time. Now, it doesn't mean passion as in love and romance. Passion is about your zest, your energy. So first we got here, where should we look for more adventure? Chair, isn't that interesting? It's like armchair adventure, which is not outdoors, because the chair there would tell me in the comfort of your own home, look at the adventure and the things that's around you. Now, that can be doing hobbies. It could be watching something that you are learning from a lifestyle channel or something on TV. But there would tell me where you should look is actually more in the surroundings that's currently around you. So is there something or someone that's throwing you off balance? That's an interesting one with the child, because that would tell me a person who is a bit immature. And when it's not a something, I see a people card, it's a someone, which would tell me there's an immature person, probably close-ish, and child would mean, yes, immaturity. It can even be someone who may be slightly younger than you. And it's interesting because child there in this is female energy, not male energy. So how do you reignite passion? Oh, ooh la la. You got the rose. Rose is a beautiful sign that show the beauty that you already have within. It means bloom and grow where you are planted. You've got passion all around you, but you need to see it. And that's the biggest thing I can say when I see this is you are not seeing what you have to give to others. And rose means bloom and grow and show the beauty of where you are. So, hope that helps a wee bit. Now, I'm just putting them back in at random. And the same here. I'll put these back in at random. Go in there. So, okay, let me have a look. Desiree, I'm probably going to stuff this up, Desiree. Desiree Robato. I hope I got that right. So let me just see, Desiree, if you had a question. I'm just trying to comb through and, oh, sorry, I'm just seeing feedback there. Sandra Montgomery. Yes, that's wonderful. Yeah, the angel card is beautiful for you, Sandra. Now I'm just having a flick. Oh, I got it right, Desiree. Okay, that was the main thing. I wasn't sure if I had ballsed it up because I'm really bad at pronunciations. So I'll just take you off there and I'll just write your name on my book. Right, Desiree. Now I'm going to use question cards again and we'll look at 3 sections of your life. Like I said, these are really handy. What do you need to change for others to see the real beauty in me? What do I need to add to bring more comfort in my life? And what area in my life do I need more support with? I'm going to use, hang on, just get rid of fairies. I'm going to use our black tea. Hang on, that's just our cover card. Get over there. Black tea, it's actually matches this, if you're wondering, because this is on several of the cards. So this I want to pat it all day. It's actually velvet. So these are table mats and I've got, I don't know, 4 or 5 different varieties. So let's have a look. So we're going to deal. So what do we need to change for other people to see the real beauty in you? I can't believe it. Different deck. You got the chair. Like I said, chair here is about sit and contemplate. It's comfort. And when I look at that and a chair, I'd say you don't need to change anything about yourself. It's almost like you are comfortable in your own skin and you don't need others to approve who you are. I'm actually drawing a second on that. You've got, hang on, I'll try and layer this so you can see it. You've actually got the house, which still would tell me you are comfortable in your own environment. And I'd look at that and say, no real changes. You may sit and assess some matters around some family, but I'd say there's no real changes. It's like almost like sit and parade and toss the hair. You already have the beauty. And here would just tell me around family, home and comfort. So what do I need to add to bring more comfort? You need a bit of fun and laughter. Dancers actually, now I know this is getting nitty gritty on a world platform here, but dancers actually body to body, if you get my drift. And there, what do you need to add is more time as lovers, because dancer often means hot, wild, ooh la la in the sheets. It is a joy, which means, again, add more joy in your love life. And I know there's no hearts and people are all saying, where's the hearts, where's the romance, where's the ring and so on. But dancers actually mean intertwined together. What area do you need more support with? I don't know whether you have children or not, but the baby pram here would tell me either help and support around a child if you have a child. If you don't, it tells me help and support in something you are doing a bit more that's new to you. So I'm looking here as where do you need support? It's either with new ideas, new beginnings, and even reinventing who you are. And there is nice. If you have children, would tell me you do need a bit more support if you actually have children around you. So I hope that helps a wee bit. Now, just putting these back in at random. Okay, and this deck. Right, so, hang on. Come here. Come here. Redid my nails the other day, and it's really funny because they're short, and I'm struggling to pick anything up. So let me just have a look. I'm just grabbing Tanya Jean. Lovely to meet you, Tanya. Whereabouts in the USA are you? I'd love to know. I've been to only a few places in USA. We've been into Los Angeles, California, up the coastline, through to, where was it, Eureka, and can't remember the other place, and then right through to San Francisco, and then through to Oregon, and then over to New York, and that's as far as I've got. So, hang on, let me just take your name off screen. So, let's have a look, and we'll draw. I'm going to leave that out. He's a jumper. And we're just going to lay these face down. So, we've got, what is spirit or higher conscious trying to tell you? We have, why am I hiding my true self? I hope you're not. And what area in of my life do I need to think outside the box? And I'm going to use royalty. So, whoops, come here. So, it's funny, I'm a terrible shuffler on screen, isn't it awful? Because I've probably got all you pros critiquing my bad shuffling. So, we've got, hang on, like I said, I like them upside down because I'm a card flipper, not a card roller. What is spirit or higher conscious trying to tell me? That's interesting. Tells me more discovery about yourself. A book means you are ready and open to learn. I love it because it means turn the pages. It's time to begin your own story. And I'd look at this also as start a new chapter in your life. And I'd say really listen strong to what you are drawn to. Why are you hiding your true self? It's very relevant actually when I see these two together. Chair again. I'd look at that and say you're a little overcautious in wanting to step out and about, because there it's like, no, you're taking the back seat rather than the front row. And I'd say, why do you keep doing this? So I'm actually going to throw another card on that. Cherries. Cherries means you keep, probably with that, would tell me you keep looking back about regrets rather than embracing what is new to you. Cherries are about abundance, and it usually means take the sweetness of life. And it's not one, it's two choices. And there would tell me, no, time to get out of the comfort zone and look at some good, abundant choices that you can. Don't look back and think about regrets. What area of my life do you need to think outside the box? Rose, passion, bloom, growth. Yes, roses are associated with love and romance, but they're often where it is time for you to show yourself and time for you to actually grow. And it can literally be growing in your love life. Rose, again, is the softness, the kind, the gentle, and that it means show that side of you, but don't get bogged down by it or allow people to walk all over you just because they see you kind and generous and soft and beautiful. Do think a little bit outside the square, because I look at that and say you are the sort of person that's forever grateful no matter what, but people are taking advantage of that. So I'd say bloom and grow from some of the people. It's literally bloom above the thorns. So I hope that helps a wee bit. Now let me just put these in. I'm a terrible singer. Like that, these ones. I've got a big fat cat sitting on the chair right beside me. She loves coming in when I am on screen, and it's a shame she can't hear voices because I know she loves to be around people. Every time I have a client in this room, she sits either directly outside the door if the people don't like cats or don't want them in, and the moment I open the door when I've finished, she bounds in. Yeah. So I'm just going through. Annette, lovely to see you, gorgeous. So, Annette, we go back, we were trying to work it out. It's over 30-something years. My God, Annette, aren't we getting bloody old? So, let's hope the borders open again soon so we can see each other, because I'd love to get over and see Sean and the babies. So, Annette, I'm just doing a 3 for you. So we've got, how can you learn to ground yourself? Are there matters around me that I need to learn? And how do I find the voice within me and communicate amongst others? That's pretty profound. Hang on, I'll just take your name off there. So we'll look at the first. How can you learn to ground yourself? Then we'll go there and I'll go there. So what do you need to do to ground yourself? You got frog. Frog is like ants in your pants. It literally means where you feel a little unsettled. When I look at that and say you need to sit still, basically, it's a little bit like ADHD me. And there would tell me, though, you do need to probably sit a little bit, because there would tell me you keep jumping in over and over and over on things that you're not landing softly, because a frog is like you're sitting on a leaf and you're floating up and downstream and you think, where is dry ground? Where do I jump? Do I go from one lily pad to the other, or do I jump to the dry ground? So what do you need to learn? You've got monkey. Monkey is about fun and laughter and enjoyment, but it also means, again, thinking smart, and it means be clever. I know this sounds really bad, but it means be a little bit more self-serving. And I know everyone says, no, that's wrong. But they would tell me, no, you need to be a little bit more self-serving for you rather than others. So I'd look at this and say, think outside the box and how to ground yourself there. So are there matters you need to learn from? That's an interesting card. Bird is chatter, which means about communication. And I'd look at that and it's almost like, is there somebody, it's funny because it's pointing back to that, which is a conversation that you are having with somebody that will help you learn on how to end up on dry ground. That's interesting. How do we find the voice within? Mask. Quit hiding. It's very simple. It sounds really simple, doesn't it? But mask there would tell me stop hiding your true self. And there it is hiding your voice, because the things you want to say and express to people, but it means show. And I'd look at that and say, don't be afraid to show yourself and allow your voice to open up. I'm actually going on another. Mermaid, it's trust. Mermaid is beautiful and it means listen and look forward to your dreams, but it is around showing you. So it means don't just show the external of you, show the true core behind you. So I hope that helps a wee bit, Annette. Lovely to see you here, darling. So I was talking to my brother Vernie last night, who's down in Tassie. For folks that don't know, I am a born and raised Tasmanian. Don't hold that against me. And my family are all there, apart from my children, which are here in Melbourne or Victoria, and Linus, Papa T, as he's affectionately known as. So, Kelly Johnson. I'm just going to scribble your name down, Kelly, because like I said, I have a head like a sieve. Kelly Johnson. I hope I've pronounced that right. Will you get a new job role with the new, will I get a job in the new role, which I have just completed a bachelor's degree in? So I'm going to use it. Let's try a bit of Alice. Okay. Hang on, we got down the rabbit hole. Just get down the rabbit hole. Just get you off screen. So will I get a role in what you've obtained your bachelor's in? lots of study. Wow. So we're looking at, like I said, 5 cards when we're looking at something so specific. And we're going to look at this. Oh, that is brilliant. Ring is a great starting point because it means where you are seen as something precious commodity. Ring is stay on track with it too, because it means an unbroken circle. And diamond on a ring, or whether it's emerald or whatever, but it means precious commodity. So stay focused on what you are doing. So let's work our way around it. You've got an older male that's going to help you. Cane is about assistance. The angel there is often spirit, but it does mean positive juju to you. No other word. And peacock is literally stand out in the crowd. That's male, and so is that, which would tell me there's an older male that will be very good for you, but it is very important though that you stand out in the crowd. Now I'm going to, before I even turn these over, I'm going to give you some tips. When you are applying for roles, and most of them, everything's online now, don't just shoot off your resume and leave it there. I want you to follow up, send off your resume. If there is a particular close date, wait for 1 or 2 days after the close date and send off just a short email and just say, I sent my resume in blah, 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 what date. Make it only a one little couple of lines and just say, I really look forward to your role and hearing from you in regards to an interview. That's step 1. Step 2, when you get that interview, ask for, whether it's one person or whether you're against 3 person who's interviewing you, ask for their business card. And I know that sounds so simple, but the egos of the people interviewing you will actually think, oh, I'm flattered, you know. But the whole thing is their business card, think of it like a movie ticket. 9 times out of 10, they've actually got their direct email on there. And then if they've got their direct email in, you then go home next morning, that day, send thank you for taking the time to interview me. It's literally keeping your name on top of the pile. But there would tell me you've got an older male who will assist you well. So, Tower success and heart. I hope you really loved what you've done your bachelor's in, because you've got castle or tower, and tower in T is totally different to a tower as in tarot. Tower in T means the height of success and ambition, and the heart would tell me again, show your passion. I see these as a big yes. So, but like I said, take note of the interview tips. And the only reason I can tell you that is when I was still working in corporate world, you would get something like 200, 300 applicants for one role. And it did make it very overwhelming. And then I was trying to go through various roles, and it'd be who's keeping their name on top of the pile. And if you'd have popped up in my email of me looking through candidates, I would look and think, I love her tenacity. So anyone out there who's looking for a job, listen to what I'm saying, because I know it works. Sorry, I'm having a gigantic, this is massive, bucket of tea. So, okay, let me just flick through. Now, I'm hoping I get this pronunciation right. Vivacious. Wondering if I should give a guy I like. Hang on, wondering if I should give a guy I like will make a move soon. So we're wanting to know really, is he making a move soon? Okay. All right. Vivacious. Hang on, I'm just scribbling down. So just take that out. I'm going to use pink because I just feel that it's all about love and passion and romance. So we're looking at will something develop or make a move? Yeah, so what will develop? Okay, all right, so sorry I'm a bit slow, guys. As you can see, I'm Mrs. Habitat. I love a chat. So, will this guy make a move soon? Hourglass there would tell me patience and time, and it usually means where you're feeling impatient and he may be a little slow on the uptake, because it means where you think of the hourglass, you keep topping and turning, flip, flip, time's running out. Time's not running out, but there would tell me you'll need a lot of patience with this person. We've got the frog, which is restless. We've got the key. And we've got the camel. Very slow again down. Frog here could tell me if he does make some sort of move, it could be very impulsive, and we don't want it too impulsive. We want it to look at something that is long term. Key here would tell me be ready to open the door for when there is a move made. Your camel here, though, again, would still tell me a little bit slow on the uptake, because it means what's the obstacles that's in the way between you and him. So we got bat, which tells me you need to be creative, and you've still got chair. Now, chair, when we're looking at love, would tell me make sure he ticks all the right boxes for you. The bat here is often think smart, think outside the box. It can be shadows, which I can't help but look and say, what's the complexities around him that you are still sitting and waiting? And that's slow, that's about being impatient, and again can be rather slow. And we don't want him to make an impulsive move. We want him to make a conscious move on you. I'd say very slow down, and I don't see it happening soon. I would say you've got to be a little and show a bit more trickery on what you have to offer in the relationship. And I suppose the biggest thing would be are you actually ready for this, and is he ready for this, for the connectivity as a relationship? So I'd say don't sit and wait for him forever. Get on with your life. But I would also say think outside the box and show a little bit of different interest, even if it's like likes in his hobbies or something else that he may do. And I would look at that. Yeah. So, right. Sorry, I'll just shuffle that, and then I'll go through, whoops, and then I'll go through. As you can see, I'm just going at random. Now, who have we got there? Oh, just go below, gracious. Kez, will you breeze through your mental health course next year? That's a big thing to do. It'd be fascinating, actually. So, lots of study done. And I'm going to use 50 Shades. Okay. Will you breeze through the mental health course? I'd say there's a lot of study in that, but it'd be fascinating. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okie doke. All right. You got your dog. Are you doing it with somebody else that you know? Because the dog would tell me you've got a friend and somebody that is probably very good support network. And even if they're not doing the course, dog here would tell me you'll probably meet some nice people. It is a positive sign, which is good. So, key in the same position, even with a totally different deck. Isn't that interesting? Mask here means show yourself. The key here would tell me opportunities will open the moment you expose more of yourself. Mask is very much a card, and it's like quit hiding, or it's time to get real and show who you are. And I'd look at that and say, open the door on opportunity for you. You've got cat here, and cat is often female energy, and it's a nice card because it does mean sit in comfort, watch it. It's actually good because it's got a positive card near it and not a negative, because a good cat means comfort and females around you and opening the doors. Now, what have we got here? Lion tells me about masculine energy, and you've got triangle. The triangle there would tell me something may slow things down a little bit, because triangle is 3, and it means you, the course, but what's the other obstacle that keeps getting in the way? You've got a male there. Now, it'll be interesting if there's actually a male presence as an instructor or someone you have to do any what do they call it, placements or so on, because a male in a triangle would just tell me there's a young male, because lion's younger male, that is an obstacle around you. Now I just want to look and see what we do to clear it. Oh, you've got angel. Perfect. So it does mean you'll overcome the obstacles that male may be there. I'd say it's not a full blitz, but it will open up opportunities for you. And I'd say do it. Good. But show yourself. Don't just sit back. I want you to jump in feet first. So it'd be good. It'd be interesting role. So honestly, I look at it and you see with all, the sad thing is with COVID has brought out so many mental health problems. It's devastating. It is. It's just devastating to see. It's also very interesting how many relationships are affected because they can't cope with being with each other all the time. Yeah, so it is. It's interesting. Told not self-doubts. Hi Rose, hi Jamie. Love between Trent and yourself. Okay. Let's have a look at the sexy. So I have, and where do I grab that? Oh God, where am I? There, Jamie. Okay, Jamie. Done more. Sorry, I'm just writing you down because I have the attention span of a fish, if no one has noticed. It's a struggle, I tell you. Linus, I'll say it really quietly, Linus gets really mad at me. At times he's not that bad really, but I lose things in the house all the time. I am the chaos, he is the calm. Now, I'm looking at love between you. Hang on, I can't fit 3 up, but anyway, I'll stack them. So that way we'll stack them. So I'm going to look at you, and then we're looking at Trent. So, what's going on with you? Peacock there would tell me again, get in the front row. Fan those tail feathers, show yourself. It means display, and peacock's lovely because it means show all that you have about you. So, child and cherries. Child there would tell me where you are looking at new growth. Doesn't matter whether you have children or you don't have children and whatnot, but there would tell me, well, even those two would tell me you are very good at nurturing at yourself, and you've got child, which still means look at new life, and cherries is the sweetness and again the 2 opportunities. So I'd say look at new life in this relationship. So what have we got with Trent? Right. There's playful side of him. When I've got balloon, it would tell me he's a bit of a stress head. And you've got butterfly, which again tells me he can be literally a bit moody because butterfly should be uplifting and beautiful, but he's got a stress card, which would tell me he gets a bit of a stress head about him. There, it's almost like the old saying, they'd say, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And I'd look at that and say, all work and no play makes Trent a dull boy. And he needs to get rid of stress and pressure to look at what's going on here. I'm actually just going to do a bridging card between. Chair tells me this is a good bond if you can both get to the comfort level. It's like you're more than ready. He's just got to learn how to deal with some stress and pressure, but he's got to show his fun and his laughter. Chair is, again, comfortable relationship between you. It's just you're very different. So I'd love to know, post down before, because then I'll have a look at the comments later. I'd love to know, is he an existing love, a long-term, or just somebody that you are newly dating? So, because, yeah, it's always interesting for me to look back on and see what's going on. Rose, no rain in California since May. Oh, my God. It's interesting too, though, Rose, because I live in Melbourne here in Australia, and for many years they always said the Melbourne climate was the same as California climate, warm and dry. We've had so much rain though this year, which is very unusual. So let me just flick. Snow, I've never seen snow. Yeah. Connie Brown. Why are my sisters not trying to work out our mother's estate with you? Okay, Connie, let's have a look. Connie Brown. Okay, whoops. Oh, I thought I'd dropped my pen in my tea. Okay, why are your sisters not working out the estate with you? That's not fair. That's so not fair. So I'm the youngest of 5 children. There's only 4 of us living. I lost a brother over 30 years ago, and I still sense him nearly every day. So, and it's interesting because every time I look in there and want to look and talk to people crossed over, he is always the first one to pop up. And I thought, yep, that'd be Shannon. So, why are your sisters not giving you a hand? I wish there was a card to say they need a good kick up the pants, but we don't have a card to say they need a good kick up the pants. So, mushroom. Oh, that's really interesting because mushroom means something's not quite right. First thing that's popped into my head, sounds like I'm schizophrenic, voices, I'd look at that and say, what has gone wrong in the relationship first between you and your sisters? Because a mushroom there tells me something that's not quite right, and it's almost like it's like a scab. It keeps festering and you keep pulling it off, but no one's willing to deal with it. First and foremost is what isn't that's going on there. Balloon is stress and pressure. You've got fickle and you've got lion. Now, I know this is random, but the first thing I'd look at there and say, is one of your sisters or sister got a interfering or a very strong male partner, husband, what have you? Because that there would tell me there's a lot of stress and pressure every time they wish to try and show their light, and that's coming from a male. That's, and a controlling one at that, because it's like this is the dampener over those. We've got mouse, so it's lots of stress, and you've got treasure. Treasure's a good card for the final card there. I look at this, it's interesting how you've got 3 of these. So it tells me there's something wrong in the connection or the relationship with you and your sisters. I'm not going to be surprised that one of them have got a very controlling partner trying to tell them what to do. When you see treasure, it does tell me, yes, there is a lot at stake here, and it doesn't matter whether it's $100 or $100,000. But mouse here is minor stresses. They are small though. Think of bugs in your house and you need to get rid of. And I look at this as the controlling male. That's probably why is what they're not helping with. But it's not good for you because your stresses. Mermaid there would tell me what's your back, which means, again, who is it that's got a controlling partner that isn't so good for you? I actually would say go solo in doing this if they're not going to help. Take out all the time, even, I know this sounds really ruthless, charge out your solo time, because if you had to employ somebody else to work out and disperse the estate, you'd have to pay them. And I'd look at this and say, reap the rewards and just keep forging forward, because I don't think you're going to get a lot of help there with someone who's got a controlling male. So let me just put these back. Hang on, I'll scroll down in case you commented, because I don't want to miss you there. Right, get in there. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll down. You've got an attorney. Yep, and you've filed a petition for probate. Beautiful. Geez, Connie, has this gone on years? Holy crap. Yeah, so that's crazy. That's crazy. Have another look at your attorney, make sure that he is working with you and not against you, because there just tells me a man. Yeah, you're waiting for the orders. Good, good. So I'm glad you made the decisions, because they're half-assed. Yeah. So it's hard when somebody passes and you're caught in the middle. Oh, hello, Beck. I've just seen you there. So House of Lenormand is Beck, and it's lovely to see her there. So let me just, yeah, it is Fairy Wren Whispers. It is really important. He is always around, and even when I spoke to my eldest living brother now, we have a chat and a laugh, because he said he's always standing in his kitchen bossing him around on what he should and he shouldn't do. So it's really lovely. I've got Nunk Webb, W-E-B-B, unusual surname, my mother's maiden name. So, and you don't see many people with the double B. So, and my mum with Webb came from a very large family where there was like 9 children. So we're going to look at love. Now, I don't know whether you've got existing love or you're looking for love. So, Nunk, if you are there, Nunts, is it Nunts? Sorry, like I said, I'm really bad. If you are there, can you tell me, is it an existing love? Oh, your name's Raya. Beautiful. Can you tell me, Raya, is there existing love or we're looking for love? Because they all mean something totally different if it's existing. So yeah, there's lots of new toys too, Beck. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just waiting to see if it's an existing love, Rhea, or is it looking for... Sorry, I'm drinking my bucket of tea that it says that I'm the cat's favourite, basically. So I'll just deal them out while I just wait and see if this is looking for love or an existing love. So, oops. Right. Okay, I haven't got you up there. Okay, so it's something about a past person, not in communication. Okay, so I would actually then look at how we're going to bring in love for you rather than just looking all about that person. Ship means things that sail slowly. In love, it means it's a water sign too, which tells me about the emotions that may have been around, yes, probably with the past, but there would tell me take things slowly. So you've also got the camel, which still tells me stay on target. And you've got balloon, and these are bats. I know, they're funny, crazy-ass bats, but I love them. Here tells me again, slow with your emotions. And it is very interesting that your ship is pointing away from the rest, which means look at disconnecting some of the emotions that you may still had with a past partner. The camel is about overcome the hurdles and forge forward. Pardon me, Bat here would tell me think outside the box. Bat is lives in darkness, very family orientated, and it often means though where think about things in a different view, because it's hanging literally upside down, which means change your view, your perspective, because that was what is going to get you back on track. The balloon here, which means again slowly rising, so it does tell me you're in healing mode, and again it means rise above what the negative was. You've got dragon, that's powerful, and you've got dog. Dog is straight away, sorry, voices in my head. Straight away, this here tells me you are more than likely to meet somebody new by a friend or an acquaintance introduction, because you got dragon, and dragon means grab it by the wings and fly, and you've got dog, which means a good friendly person who's happy to be by your side, and they're also the ones that will push your backside out forward. And there would tell me you've got a very strong natured friend who's going to push you forward. I would say let the last go, darling, because you haven't brought out cards that are rekindling, and it'll help teach anyone there who's got my stuff. Cards for rekindling love is cherries, tree for growth, and again rose, which is about the resurrection of a past relationship, particularly cherries, because it means where you are giving a relationship new life or another go. They are the resurrection cards of looking backwards into a past relationship. But you've got 3 cards here that are all telling me, no, forward, there's somebody better for you. So I hope that helps a wee bit, darling. So thank you, Raya, for letting me read. I know that's a personal subject, but we're all on here for a reason. Look, we haven't got hundreds of people here, which is kind of good in some ways. Hang on, I'm upside down, am I? Oh, no, it's all right. I'm putting cards in upside down. Okie doke. Now let me just grab, like I said, I'm just grabbing at random. Thank you. Sorry, Desiree, I'd actually touched you. It is a nice one, isn't it, Vera? I just want to pat this. This is actually velvet. Isn't it lovely? So it's beautiful. Okay. Let me just go back. I'm just having a flick up and down. And people, I'm just going to grab anybody at random. RN Swan. RN, are you actually a nurse? Because I know a lot of people put that in their title, if you're a nurse. Now, I haven't got a question there, so I'm just writing down your name. And I'm going to use the question cards. Where's my question cards? These ones. And we'll just choose 3. And we'll see what we are doing. So we've got, how can you learn to ground yourself? What can I do to empower when making decisions? And what cutbacks do I need to make for better financial security? Gosh, again, this is a tough year for everybody. And if you're in the US, you guys have got it probably extra tough with all the civil unrest, as well as COVID, as well as your election. And gosh, it's almost like stress on top of stress. Yeah. So how can you learn to ground yourself? Cat is literally lays around in the sun. It tells me, though, you do need probably a little more downtime, because a cat is 2 things. It's female energy, so it would tell me that you need probably some more good females around you when you ground yourself. And cat there would tell me literally lays about in the sun. You need a bit more downtime or you time, me time. What can you do to empower when making decisions? Stop doubting yourself for a single second. Smack, smack, smacks, because that there means you keep second guessing yourself. And I'd look at that and say, stop second guessing yourself. What cutbacks do you need for a better financial security? Teacups. Sorry, I can't help myself. Teacups means socialising. And it's like chatter or coffee dates or dinner dates. And there would tell me maybe a few less Starbucks now and again, even if it's 2 a week. You will find them coins will be better in your pocket than out. But that actually would tell me cut back a little bit on the socialising money, because I'd look at that and say, you like people, but you need a bit more grounding yourself, but also make the decisions and stop second guessing it for 1 single second. So I hope that helps a wee bit. Right, now put these back in. Can't remember, Beck, can you comment? Have you got the question cards? I'm not sure. You'll have to tell me, because I have a head like a sieve. And if you can tell me, Beck, if you have these question cards. Elizabeth Ryan, you're in Canada. Now, how is it in Canada? So, another place that I would love to see. So, I've got a client actually in Vancouver, and we chat over Zoom all the time. Beautiful lady there. So, okay, Elizabeth. So, I'm drawing out 3 questions, and we will go. What's making you anxious? How should I deal with the blockage? And what do you need to change for others to see the beauty in you? Oh, you don't have the question deck. Okay, I'll put that on your list. You go through all the civil. Yes, it's a shame, Kimball, and it's so hard. And I don't know if she's there joining us. We have our dear Andrea, who is USA, and my dear Wilma is also in the next state in USA from New York, and it's pretty tough. And I actually hear about it from my girls, because those of you who know me through Facebook, I'm really, really fortunate and have 3 of the most amazing ladies and 3 of the most amazing readers who do all the background and support work. They're the ones on my Facebook page where you see pick a card or weekly thing, this, that and the other. Unless you see me do a video, it's actually either Andrea, Wilma or Lindsay. So, and as you can see, they are beautiful ladies and I just love them all to bits. So this one here I'm looking at, and hang on, sorry Elizabeth, hang on, I wrote down your wrong name, didn't I? I put Elizabeth Canada. What's making you feel anxious? Peacock means showy people. People with egos. I know this sounds blunt, but people with egos, time to piss them off, because that there would tell me you're not seeing or showing who you are, and other people who have egos are making you feel a bit stressed, because that's what I see there. I'd actually just want to draw another one on that. Fish here tells me you've got plenty of other people and friends that can be better for you. Fish is, think of a school of fish, and it means great luck and abundance, actually. Beautiful sign of good luck and abundance. So piss off the ego-driven naysayers. There's plenty more. How should you deal with blockages? Moon, learn to trust in your light. Moon is a light source. And again, and I think I said it in the last video, it's a common saying is, go upon the light of the moon to the river and look at your reflection. And what do you see? And it tells me you see the stillness in your night, but the moment daylight comes, you're allowing all the insecurities to come along. And I'd look at that and say, shine in your own light, don't let others ripple. What do you need to change for others to see the beauty in you? Ship here again would tell me show emotions and do it slowly forward. So you've got a brother you don't talk to, doesn't message, and he's stressing you out. Oh dear, I'll have a look at, I'll draw another 1 card on that, because I've just seen that. But these here as a general, how you going? I'm actually just going to draw 2 cards when you say about a brother. Don't let him, sorry, I'm pasting these here, literally don't let him mess with your heart, your emotions. You've got question mark, which tells me again you're inquiring, the inquiring mind of why when you don't talk to him. And he may be trying to patch things here, but the question mark there would tell me learn to trust yourself and your heart and your emotions and your decisions around this brother. So it's a difficult one, and just because they are family doesn't mean they have the right to treat you badly. And I know a lot of people say you do anything to keep the family together, and lots of people say blood's thicker than water, and I'm here to say that's all bullshit, because you're an adult, you're a person, and they have to learn to fit into your world. And if it's not a good combination for you, piss them off. So, and that's probably the best thing to do with it. Now, I can only do another couple of people because my back is killing me. There you go. Who do I have here? Kay Mitchell, love or career? Well, let's draw 3 for both. So, Kay Mitchell. Okay. And then I'll show you some of my new toys. I'm like a big kid in a candy shop. So we're going to look and do 3 for love life. And we're going to do 3 for career. So, what do we got in your love life? You need more fun, you need people of value, and you've actually got the cane, which tells me good support network you need, but there screams you need a bit more fun and laughter. Sorry, I'll take your name off there so it doesn't block, because that there would tell me you need a bit more joy happening. Because you've got treasure, which means, again, you are the valuable item here. Cane is a good support network in love, but don't let them lean on you and you'd have to do every single thing. You need more joy. Definitely more joy you need in love. Career. Do you work from home? Because you've got house, and the house should never collide with career unless 2 things. You either have your own business or you work from home. You've got bird, which tells me lots of communication, and you've also got the tent. Tent would tell me the job role or what you are doing. Tent tends to be a temporary. Now, I don't know how long you've been employed or looking, because there would tell me if you're looking for work, look for something that is close to home, and even if it's short contract work. If you are working already for a company, it's interesting with the tent again, because it would tell me there's changes happening around it. The bird is your most important symbol here, because it means keep your conversations flowing. Don't be afraid to speak up if you need to. But yeah, there would tell me you're either working from home or looking at working from home. So it's interesting there. Oh, you're starting your own home-based business. How fabulous is that? Sprout, be the spruiker. These are good. So like I said, tent, if you're looking at that, is again a warm blanket. Like I said, it means what's warmth over you. That in your own business would tell me start shouting from the rooftops. Really, really start it. Think bird, literally think social media such as Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Insta. But I will say they're a lot of bloody hard work to keep up with. And this is why I have my beautiful ladies, Andrea, Wilma and Lindsay. And Lindsay's in the UK, so she'd be sound asleep by now. Running the show, because I just don't get time, and they actually boss me around and say, Karen, you need to do this, you need to do this. And they know me so well over many years, and I really do need to be told what to do because I'm really bad. I've also got here Betty Diva. You're lucky last, Betty. And I'm going to use Alice. And I'm going to use the question cards because these are really good for just generals. Now, I'm going to take your name off there so I don't block your screen. So let's have a look. 3 areas. What must I do to see the brighter path? What cutbacks do we need for financial security? And how can you bring more abundance in life? Now, I'm using Alice. Alice comes in a mini too. This is Alice Bridge. And I'll tell you the story about the back of this. I'll get to you in a sec, Betty. This here is an actual photograph of a gigantic, or it's like an old book cover from God knows how long ago. And Alice was very much inspired from a calendar from the 1980s that was this huge big calendar, and my husband brought it home from a workmate of his when he was talking about Alice. And so they allowed me to have this calendar just for a loan while I looked and thought, okay, let's do Alice. So, and this is what we got. So I'll lay them down first. So what must we do for a brighter path ahead? Patience. And hourglass means time and patience. And I'd look at that there and say, stop rushing around, slow down a little bit, because it's a double-edged sword. It's like you may make wrong decisions the more you rush. So to make a brighter path ahead, and I'd see this, would tell me, slow down. You've also got mask, which means time for you to peel this, like peel a Band-Aid back and have a look at something that is good for you, not the negative. And you'll only see it when you slow down a little bit. What cutbacks do you need to make? You've got butterfly, which is again about joy and something fickle, I always say. And people say, what does fickle mean? Fickle means short-lived, can be very erratic in decision making. When I see that there, would tell me you love luxury items, and butterfly there would tell me they may make you feel good, but only for a very small amount of time. So I'd say be a little more cautious and think of long-term, not short-term joy. So I have to have another mouthful of tea. Okay, how can we bring more abundance? Change your perspective, your view. That again, think outside the box. It is family orientated, lots of communication, but there again means change some of your view. Think of a bat that it's blind, and it means it's using and opening up all those other senses. And when I look at that there, it tells me literally close your eyes. It's almost like close your eyes, meditate, and what is the senses that you are picking up around you, rather than looking at all the visuals. So these are quite good for you. So I hope that helps, and thanks everybody here for joining me today. And I'm just going to show you what these big base mats look like. Hang on, I'll just move some stuff. You ought to see all the stuff I have all over my table. I've got cards galore. Hang on, put those out. That can go out because I'm trying to make some space. Okay, these are the new casting mats, and I've gone away from the rubber casting mats that I used to have, because the main reason was the printer was in China, and I actually had a lot of emails from different people saying they were a bit worried about stuff coming from China because of the virus in China, which I can understand, but, you know, material items don't hold a virus even if it was in contact. So, and I had rest assured that wasn't an issue. But the main reason is they increased the price to something ridiculous, and I didn't want to increase the prices anymore. So I sought out other printers and other medium. Now, the beauty of this medium, it folds up so small that it fits in a little bag with your charms. Now, I've only got small hands because I'm only 5 foot tall. And that's what they are, but they are also fully washable. Now, this is the Steampunk one. Hang on, helps when I've got it up the right way. And what this is, if you look, there's the handle. This is actually looking down in a teacup. And I've put the symbols this side because the way this mat is used, you cast one or two, only one or two charms, just drop on the certain areas, and then we think, okay, if it drops on Rose, it means about passion. If it drops on there, it's about your love life. And these come with a sheet anyway, all those meanings. And then we flip it over to the empty cup, and the empty cup, then we big scatter of your charms, and these little pearls around it are timing dots. So we then look and think, okay, you've got 12 like a clock, which would be 12 months, and most teacups will hold only a max of 12 months. They're good for short-term answers. Or you could divide it into 4, divide it into 2, divide it with the peace sign, doesn't really matter. So that's a new mat, and this one is the lacy version. So it's just got the doily and different colours. So still got its timing buttons around it. And what else is new? This one, This was one of my really popular ones in rubber. This is a single-sided mat, so it's quite cheap actually. And again, in the stretchy stuff. And this one here is great for general castings. And these are charm mats. So you'd get your charms and you'd scatter, or you'd have, if you've got a client, you can go out and pick 2 or 3 for each section. And that's what this is for. And I call it my life wheel, is what the name of it is. So, but again, really, really good casting sheet for general. Now this here is my large mat. This is a table mats, and these I know metric it is nearly 60 centimetres by 50 centimetres. They're made to fit great big grand tableaus if you're a Lenormand reader or T-cards. This one here, I call it my 50 shades because I've got all the red, the grey, and like I said, you can actually see the angel in the background. And these are velvet, and you just, like I said, you just want to pat them all day. The other mats I have, hang on, I'll show you. This is one of my favourite colours. It's turquoise. Whoops. And this one actually has got the fairy on the corner. It's got the great big butterflies and the things there. Then that's the other corner. This matches the fairy deck if you like to have matchy-matchy. Again, beautiful velvet. Now there's, not sure if people have got my Steampunk T-cards. They are on Amazon. I'm waiting on a box load to come to me, but God knows how long that's going to take. So this is the Steampunk Mat. Again, these are all in velvet, and that's got like the dark browns and the copper and all that. And then my all-time favourite, which I've had for a long time, is my notebook. And that's great. You can use anything on it, like I said. And these are velvet. Like I said, you can brush them up the wrong way, but they are brushed down. And yes, these are washable, and you'd have to iron these, but I'd say iron from the back, not the front. And there you have it. So that's my mats, and I don't know where my other teacup one is. So, but thanks anyway, guys, for joining me today. And we've had the lovely Princess join us today as well. So thanks everybody for stopping by, and have a good weekend. We'll catch you again another time. Bye for now.